if you remove all the, well, you know what, this is what I'm supposed to think, this is what I'm supposed to believe, just think for a moment. Where's the life at? And often when it's simply that question, without all the other presumptions that people can tend to bring to the table, most of the time, people can answer that question. Where's the life at? Because you see, one of the major things I've come to understand as I've followed Jesus and as I've studied the Bible, really for the past 35 years now, is that where the life is where Christ is. That where the life is where Christ is. You see, one of the things that I had to unlearn is that growing up, I was taught, or I just assumed, or I simply embraced because of the people and the environment that I found myself immersed in. What I learned was that where I was told Christ was, that's where life was. That where I was told Christ was, that's where life was. Whatever was labeled as Christian by the people I was around or that I listened to, whatever I was told was the biblical or Christian position, that's where I was also told life was. And frankly, I didn't question it all that much. Didn't think that much about it. But as I learned more and I've been on this journey of following Jesus more, what started to happen in me was that there was this growing conflict because some of the things that I was taught or assumed were, quote, Christian, were sexist and unloving and mean and unkind and hierarchical and not marked by some sense of peace. And that felt more like power grabs and control and manipulation. And it didn't seem to align with what I actually saw lived and taught by Jesus. That life actually wasn't found in those places. But what helped was discovering this idea that where life is where Christ is. And that life wasn't always found where I was told Christ was. There's a big difference there. The Apostle Paul put the same thing this way in a passage we quote a lot around here. But he writes, the fruit of the Spirit is love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, faithfulness, gentleness, and self-control. And when he says the fruit of the Spirit there, he's talking about the evidence of Christ's Spirit being present. This is the evidence. This is the fruit of the tree that will tell you what kind of tree it is. This is the evidence of Christ's Spirit being there. You want to see what the evidence looks like? It's where it's marked by love and joy and peace and patience and kindness and goodness and faithfulness and gentleness and self-control. So where you find those things is where you find life. And therefore, as the scriptures also teach, that's where you find Christ.